We are pleased to be joined by Fox News Media and political analyst, the great Howard Kurtz. You heard Stephanie allude to it. You know, there's a deadline in the UK, but discovery, frankly, Howie, would be brutal. I would imagine that you'd want to settle this and make this go away. But I'm not so sure that would please the president. Where do you see this?
Well, first of all, those executives didn't resign. They were forced out.
That's
and second of all, the BBC is in a bloody mess over this.
Yes.
And as far as a potential lawsuit, if indeed the president decides to do this, and as you know well, he has done this against a number of American media conglomerates. Yeah. I don't think he'd be successful asking for $1 billion because he would have to prove malice, that they knew that this was false. But it is horribly unethical editing, as Stephanie recounted. And the BBC now says, well, sorry, sir, we apologize, but they're boasting about not paying any money. So he may do it just as an intimidation tactic.
Mm-hmm. As a pillar, if you'll pardon me for saying, of journalism, someone who's been in the business a long time, how does this happen?
It happens, and here's the larger point, Karen. It happens when, as an institution, you are consistently biased to the left. And this is not just my opinion. An outside advisor to the Beeb filed a report saying consistently leaning liberal on Trump, on race, on immigration, and on trans issues. So when you have
Israel.
And Israel, absolutely. So when you have that kind of larger backdrop and you don't handle it well, and they just bungled this from the beginning. Yeah. That's why you have Caroline Levitt at the White House saying the BBC is now 100% fake news. And, you know, they've admitted a mistake, but they don't seem to want to go the next step.
How much will this damage their brand? Because I grew up in an era, as did you, where the BBC had this reputation for being above the fray. Much like I think people felt like, you know, in the old Cronkite days, maybe a little slight shading, but certainly the feel was they were above this all. I'm shocked that this has happened to the BBC. I shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. How much does this damage their brand moving forward?
I would say, in a nutshell, big black eye for the BBC. No two ways about it. And weirdly, the Australian broadcasting company did very similar editing along these lines, except they say, well, we stand by the story. It meets our high standards. Got that high standards.
Okay. High if they're walking down the street in D.C. Meantime, I want to share this very quickly. Mike Johnson is talking about the shutdown and frankly, how much this hurt the American people. Some people have called it a stunt, quite frankly. I want to share a little sound, get your reaction after this.
They got nothing out of that political stunt other than imposing all that pain on the people.
But all those people who opposed this agreement, staying in a shutdown mode was not getting us anywhere.
The problem was the shutdown wasn't accomplishing either goals, and there was practically, well, there was zero likelihood that it was going to.
All right, Howie, winners and losers from the shutdown, and did the Democrats get anything out of this at all?
My easy answer is the American people lost, and that's true.
Yeah.
President Trump won the shutdown, and these Democrats who wanted this to go on for another month and cause more pain, living in a dream world. But this came as a political price for the president. For example, he seemed so determined, Kevin, not to allow any funding, moving of money for the SNAP food stamp program, 42 million Americans, and even threatened states that want to provide their own money. So that didn't exactly paint him as being compassionate. And if you look ahead, he's got one big problem. The Republicans have a problem. Unless they can figure out a way to do what the Democrats want, and at least on some level, and deal with the Obamacare rising premiums, doubling and so forth. He knows this. He and the Republicans will take a hit. But if your question is, what did the Democrats get? Mike Johnson's not even promising that there'll be a hearing on it. He's talking about, well, we got to do reforms first. So the Democrats didn't get much, but their message surprisingly did get through, given the bully pulpit. And
are we back here again in January?
It's kicking the can. We're back here again. I'll come here and say the same things, but I'll try to update it for you.
The great Howard Kurtz. Great to see you, my friend.
Thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate you coming in on a weekend.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.